Hi there. Welcome back to Prompt Engineer, your number one stop for all things AI. Well, today we are diving into something straight out of a sci-fi movie minus the killer robots. Get ready to meet the AI scientist. Yes, you heard it right. So this is the entire thing, the AI scientist. Now let's look at the blog post. It's from a company known as Sakana.ai based off of Tokyo. But this is not the first time that it has revealed something groundbreaking like this. There are other things that I was quite surprised. For example, merge the knowledge of multiple LLMs. This was another interesting thing that Sakana.ai released. Another work was LLM to discover new objective functions, and that was pretty awesome as well. But today we're going to look at AI Scientist, the first comprehensive system for fully automatic scientific discovery, enabling foundation models such as large language models to perform research independently in collaboration with the Forrester Lab for AI Research at the University of Oxford and Jeff Klung and Kong Lu at the University of British Columbia. They are excited to release this paper. Now, AI Scientist is the first AI system for automating scientific research and open-ended discovery. It's very useful. We have tools to create videos. We have tools to do pretty much everything as on today. But this new tool, it writes scientific papers for us, and that's pretty huge. From ideation, writing code, running experiment, and summarizing results, to writing entire research papers and conducting peer review. That's awesome. The AI Scientist opens a new era of AI-driven scientific research and accelerated discovery. Now, how good is it? Should we use it? And if it's good, does it hamper the ethical views of our scientific community? We're going to look and answer those questions. But let's look at the blog post again. So this AI Scientist is designed to be compute efficient, and each idea is implemented and developed into a full paper at approximately $15 per paper. That is pretty costly, but it's okay. So these are the examples of different papers that you can see. For example, a dual skill diffusion, an AI Scientist generated preprint, and you can see that it generates the entire paper, and it's pretty awesome. The sections and the writings, and I hope the results are awesome as well. So let's go back, and you can go through all of these papers. There are different demos of these papers, and you can see that AI Scientist was able to generate different papers. So let's look at the overview of the AI Scientist. The AI Scientist is a fully automated pipeline to create end-to-end paper generation, enabled by recent advances in foundation models. Given the broad research direction, starting from a simple initial code base, such as available open source code base of prior research on GitHub, the AI Scientist can perform idea generation, literature search, experiment planning, experiment iterations, figure generation, manuscript writing, and reviewing to produce insightful papers. Furthermore, the AI Scientist can run an open loop with its previous ideas and feedbacks to improve the next generation of ideas, thus emulating the human scientific community. Okay, here is a conceptual illustration of the AI Scientist. The AI Scientist first brainstorms a set of ideas and then evaluates their novelty using the novelty checker. Next, it edits a code base powered by recent advances in automated code generation to implement the novel algorithms. The scientist then runs experiments to gather results consisting of both numerical and visual summaries. It crafts the scientific reports explaining and contextualizing the results. Finally, the AI Scientist generates an automated peer review based on top-tier machine learning conference standards. This review helps refine the current project and inform the future generations of open-ended ideation. That is pretty cool. So there are 4 steps, as we have seen. First is the idea generation, where it starts off with the idea, experimental iteration, given the idea in a template. The second phase is the proposed experiments. Paper write-up. Finally, the AI scientist produced a concise and informative write-up of its progress and automated paper reviewing, and that's huge. Now, these are the examples of different papers. It has papers on diffusion model. So for demonstrating, they have published papers on diffusion modeling, language modeling, and grokking. So diffusion modeling, example of dual scale diffusion. Language modeling, we have style fusion, adaptive learning rates for transformers. And then for grokking, we have unlocking grokking, a comparative study for weight initialization strategies. And that is pretty huge. And you can see this format is pretty awesome, and the results and everything seems pretty fluid. Now, of course, there are limitations. The first limitation is that the AI scientist currently doesn't have any visual capabilities or vision capabilities, and that's a huge setback. The AI scientist can incorrectly implement the ideas, and that's very bad. The AI scientist occasionally makes critical errors while writing and evaluating results. That could be a sort of a problem, but we are hoping for the future. I think it's not yet ready to replace the PhD scholars and all the people who are engaged in the scientific community, who are engaged in research. But this is something which we can look up to, and this is something which we can consider it for the future. Thanks everyone. Watch out for the next video. Have a nice day.